Hey everybody, welcome back to the basement. This time, I'm going to be talking about Thor: Love and Thunder. Me and the wife finally got around to popping it on Disney Plus and watching it just this past Sunday. And what the fuck, Kaika? What the fuck? Now, don't get me wrong. It was fun. It was, I guess you could call it a romp, for lack of a better term. But yeah. Insofar as a quality Marvel content, nah, no, not anywhere close to being up to par. There were definitely some positives. The biggest one, and from what I understand, this is pretty much universal. Christian Bale as Gore the God Butcher. Christian Bale's pretty much always magnificent. Dude's top three in Hollywood right now, for me at least, anyway. Um, yeah, so he was creepy, psychotic, pretty much everything you'd want in someone whose entire existence is now dedicated to slaying deities and creating gross shadow monsters. So he was awesome. Natalie Portman was awesome. I've been a fan of hers actually for quite a long time, even when she was like literally a young teen actress. When she was on Heat, she played Al Pacino's girlfriend's daughter really well, who had like massive anxiety and OCD issues and stuff like that. And of course, in the movie Leon de Professionnel, she was great in that too. So I've been a fan of hers for a long time. I mean, Hemsworth was good. Uh, he played the character the way Taika wrote it, which is good insofar as his ability to do his job. Um, Now, as for the way Taika wrote it, that's a whole nother ball of wax. Um, Fight scenes were good. I loved the kids at the end. Those kids were great after they got their limited time only Thor power. But yeah, that's pretty much. Oh, and Child Eternity. But I think I only like her because of her potential right now. I think she's probably going to do some fun stuff, but not till Kang Dynasty or Secret Wars. So we got a wee bit of time, I think, before we're going to see her or Thor again, honestly. Now, as for the rest of the movie, well, first thing is the story was, I mean, while cute insofar as Thor and Jane's interplay was, overall, it was pretty whack. Gore was completely underutilized. The pacing was wonky. The scene buildup was just I don't even know. And what on God's green earth? Well, actually, it wouldn't be. It was in Zeus's little golden kingdom. But what the hell was with some of those deities in that hall? The fuzzy thing with the antennas that was just head with antennas and feet. That whatever the hell that was, a god of dumplings with this little that white thing with this little animated face. Actually, not just animated, but anime looking face. Uh, I, Tika, straight up, dude. Were you on shrooms when you wrote this thing? Like it just some of the characters you came up with, some of the stuff you put on camera, a lot of the especially a lot of the psychedelic color play in this whole thing, like bruh, straight up, were you on drugs? And last but most certainly not least, the goats. The constantly screaming goats. I mean, I will admit there were a couple well timed humorous screams from the goats on a couple of rough landings coming off the Bifrost, but overall, what the fuck with the goats, dude? What the fuck? So yeah. Oh, and of course the icing on the cake. My extremely normie wife when it comes to this, and I'm barely not a normie myself. I'm not a massive comic book sweaty, but even my wife, once we got done watching it after the second end credit scene. She was like, "Well, I am glad we did not waste our money going to the theater to watch this." And I have to agree with her 100% on that. I was so happy I waited till that hit streaming. When was that? Oh yeah, on Disney Plus Day. And then even then, I was just like, we'll still wait another week and a half to watch the damn thing. So, anywho, that's my thoughts on Thor: Love and Thunder. Not quite sure why it exists, honestly. Is basically it. So that'll be about it for this one. Just remember, everyone, there's always good times to be had when you're chilling in the basement.